what is the one shadow that follows us all? It is fear. The fear of loss, the fear of death. But what if I told you there is a state of being where fear simply dissolves? A state so high, the ancients called it nirbhau, fearlessness, the very form of God. Real fearlessness is not just bravery. It is the realization that you are not this body. It is the power to stand on the side of truth when the world trembles. Picture Guru Arjan Dev Ji sitting calmly on a burning hot plate, scorching sand pouring over him. Yet his soul remained in cool, blissful meditation. Think of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, who offered his own life to protect the faith of others, standing before the executioner without a single tremor of regret. Witness the young lions, Sahibzade Zorawar Singh and Fateh Singh. Mere children, aged 9 and 12, who stood unshakable as brick walls rose around them. They did not cry for their lives. They stood fearless, for they knew the soul is immortal. And remember Mirabai, who drank a cup of poison as if it were the sweetest nectar, protected by her absolute devotion. These were not just stories. They were demonstrations of a soul merged with the divine. When you have no desires, you have no fear. Today, let us unravel this mystery. Let us discover how to break the chains of attachment and awaken the fearless spirit within you.
Today's spiritual discourse is about the mystery of fearlessness. Fearlessness is a very high state. If you become fearless in life, you will go beyond the fear of death, and you will become free of desires. It is impossible to compare the state of being fearless with any other state. Guru Nanak Sahib has spoken about the fearless one in his Mool Mantra, stating that fearlessness is the form of God. So his Mool Mantra is, Ek Onkar, there is one God, there is only one power above Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. Satnam, he is the complete truth. You cannot understand his truth, but you can experience it, you can live in it. The third word he used is Kartapurak, that God is the doer of everything, there is nothing above him. The fourth word he used is nirbhau, he is not afraid of anyone. This is a great quality of God. If you become fearless, then understand that you have become the form of God. The fifth is nirvair, that God has no enmity with anyone. He keeps no hostility towards anyone. The happiness and sorrow you receive are only the fruit of your own actions. The sixth word is Akal Murat, he is beyond time. Someone asked Jesus Christ, where is God? Jesus Christ also said the same words, that God is where there is no time. When in the state of meditation you go above time, meaning if you sit in meditation for 10 minutes, half an hour, or an hour and you do not even feel the sense of time, then understand that you have reached the timeless, you have risen above time, your state has become Akal Murat. And the next, the seventh word is Ajuni, God has no birth form, he is not born from any womb. Sebhang Gur Prasad, he is realized only by the grace of the Lord, by the grace of the Guru. Aad Sach Jugaad Sach, he was true in the beginning, he is true today, and he will remain true in the future. So this is the fundamental root mantra, and this mantra is worshipped with great depth. Fearlessness is a great state. I repeat this mantra before you again. Ek Onkar, Satnam, Karta Purakh, Nirbhai, Nirvair, Akal Murat, Ajuni, Saibhang, Gur Prasad, Aad Sach, Jugaad Sach, Hai bhi Sach, Nanak Hosi bhi Sach. So, you have fully understood that fearlessness is a form of God Himself. It is a great state. If fearlessness comes into your life, then understand that you have drowned in the nectar of God. Why does fearlessness not come to us? Why do we remain afraid? We remain afraid because we fear death, or we establish a connection with every object. For example, you are attached to your child, wealth, and property. Which object is there that you are not attached to? If your child goes on a journey, you feel afraid that something might happen to him. You have treasure lying in your house, you feel afraid that it might get lost. Throughout life, you only feel that our life should not end, we should live very long, live happily. And we are always afraid of death. Death itself is a very big fear. I will expand on this with a small story. There were two very close friends who studied together. When their education was completed, one friend went into business. He accumulated a lot of wealth and property. The other friend had no attachment to wealth and property at all. He wanted to turn towards God from childhood itself. After getting educated, he dedicated his entire life towards God. Gradually he became so absorbed in God, he wrote many books and became famous in a few years. Many people used to come to him. He used to help everyone with his knowledge as much as possible because his entire life was spent in meditation and spiritual practice. But he had contact with this friend of his. He often used to come to him. He had kept his friendship with him, and this guru also visited him, treating him just like a friend. The friend also treated him as a guru, understood him as a guru. If he made any progress in business, he would come and tell him that today I earned this much money, today I set up this factory. So the guru would listen to everything and say nothing to him. When many years passed, one day he came and said, I have acquired so much, earned so much wealth. The guru kept listening to everything, and after that, he said, your life is left for only 10 days, anything can happen anytime. Because he respected him very much, he took his every word deeply. It had such an impact on his heart that I have so much, yet in 10 days I will leave the world and go. When he heard these words of the Guru, he went to his home and kept crying for a long time. He even stopped eating and drinking because it entered his mind that he has to live only for 10 days. So, from whomever he had taken money, he returned it to them, and from those with whom he had earned money in the wrong way, he went and apologized, gave them money. He even stopped eating and drinking. It seemed as if he was just waiting for death. After 8 days, The Guru came to his house and was very surprised to see his friend's condition. He had stopped eating and drinking and had become so weak, as if his death was actually going to happen in 10 days. Then the Guru said, "My saying 10 days meant that the end can come anytime in life. I did not mean that your death is coming in exactly 10 days. I said this to you so that you do not feel so attached to your life, do not feel so attached to your property. The end can come anytime, it can come in 10 days, it can come in 10 years. The end has to come, so that you can do good deeds." Then he understood that life is momentary, and with this, his way of life also changed. The fear he lived in, when it became clear to him that everyone has to end, he became fearless and started earning money through proper ways, started living in a proper manner. It became absolutely clear to him that whatever I have can go anytime or I myself can go. So a complete transformation happened in his life. He reached a great state of life. That is why it is said that the cremation ground should be at a high place in the middle of the city, so that every person walking by can see that life can end anytime. Then he can understand the truth of life. He will not live in fear, he will try to live completely fearlessly. Every person has the fear of death. Those who do not have the fear of death have realized their soul, they have become one with the Lord, as I mentioned in the Mool Mantra. So they have understood in life that fearlessness can only come when you become one with the Lord. When Alexander came to our country, he wanted to take a yogi with him. He sent soldiers to bring the yogi, saying, "I want to take him with me." The yogi refused to go. Then Alexander came himself and told him, "You come with me." He said, "I will stay right here, brother." Alexander said, "I will separate your neck from your body." He started laughing, he was so fearless. He said, "You separate my neck from the body, you will also see that my neck is lying there and the body is here, and I will also see how my neck is and how my body is." The meaning is that he was in such a great state that he could take his soul out of his body, so he felt no fear at all. Alexander did nothing, he was very surprised and went back. This is the great state of fearlessness. Similarly, when the Mughals had great dominance in our country, they wanted to convert all the Pandits of Kashmir to Muslims. So the high officials of the Muslims went to the Pandits and said, "Either all of you become Muslims, or else we will separate the head of your great leader from his body." So the great man of that time, who was the 9th Guru of the Sikhs, Guru Tegh Bahadur, all the Brahmins went to him and told him. Then his son Gobind Singh, who was only 9 years old, said to his father, "There is no greater man in this world than you, you give your sacrifice for the protection of their religion." Tegh Bahadur did not take even a moment to say yes. And the Muslims brought him to where the Sisganj Gurudwara is in Delhi. He had such great power, he did not panic at all because through his spiritual practice he could take his soul out of his body. He stood up like that and said, "Cut my head just like you cut carrots and radishes." Now what can be a greater fearless state than this? Similarly, Jahangir was the king of Muslims. He wanted all Hindus in Punjab to become Muslims. If they would not become Muslims, then we will put you, means Guru Arjan Dev Ji, on a furnace, on a hot plate, and pour hot sand on your head. So Arjan Dev Ji agreed to this too. The fire was lit, an iron plate was placed, and he sat on it. Hot sand was poured on his head, but nothing happened to him, because he had taken his soul out of his body. Now whether you pour hot sand on a dead body or sit it on fire, it is not going to have any effect. When you become one with God, you merge your soul with God, then you become completely fearless. They were fearless because they had become one with the Lord from the state of childhood itself. Conversion of their religion was not acceptable to them in any form. Dying was acceptable to them, being martyred was acceptable, but changing their religion was absolutely not acceptable to them. Guru Gobind Singh's 4 sons sacrificed their lives right in front of their parents. You can imagine what a great state the parents must have been in and what a great state the children must have been in as fearlessness, that they embraced death in a moment. Similarly, Meera accepted drinking poison in the love of Krishna and she did not feel even a bit of fear. Socrates also drank poison, he did not fear death. He was told to leave the country and go to another country, then he said, "Wherever I go, I will remain like this. Here you are killing me. The people there will also kill me like this. So it is better that you give me poison, I will drink it happily." What a great state it was that he could demonstrate how fearless he was. He had no attachment or connection with anyone. He accepted death as if a garland of flowers was falling around his neck. In the saga of Ramayana, the story of marriage comes. Marriage could take the form of any animal. Ravana went to him and told marriage to become a golden deer and support me so that I can abduct Sita. Marriage was not ready to agree, but in the end, when he was given the fear of death, he bowed before Ravana and became a golden deer to lure Ram so that Ram would come after him, and later Ravana abducted Sita. Ram killed marriage. If he had died fearlessly at the hands of Ravana, if marriage had not feared dying, he would have been remembered in history in a great state. But now we remember him as having died by Ram's arrow. Both are states, his dying was certain. If he had died fearlessly, his state would have been even greater than this. When Draupadi was being disrobed, she was remembering her husbands, she was afraid, she was holding the corner of her sari with one hand. But when Dushasana pulled the sari with his strength, then she remembered God, and as soon as Lord Krishna was remembered, her hand moved away from the sari, she became fearless. And she became so fearless that the sari could not be unwrapped. When Draupadi was asked, Draupadi said just this, I had faith in my husbands first, but as soon as I remembered God, I became fearless, then I did not feel any kind of fear. Whenever you are with God, you become fearless, and this is a very great state. It cannot be compared in life. In history, there has been a great saint named Mansur. He was a Sufi saint and was such a great saint that he had realized God, so he used to say only this, I am God, in the Urdu language, Anil Haq. Anil Haq means that I have become the form of God. But the other worldly Muslims, they could not tolerate that he is calling himself God, Anil Haq. Then Mansur's guru told him to stop saying all this. Mansur said, I do not speak, God himself speaks from inside me, Anil Haq. I am God, what should I do? So the guru could not say anything. Then the king gave the order that he considers himself God, the Lord is only one, Allah. So his every limb should be cut. In this entire world, the most painful death was of Mansur. First Mansur's legs were cut, hands were cut, and when blood came out, he washed his hands with that blood and offered namaz prayers. His intestines were taken out, he was given great torture, it is very difficult to speak it in words. But his state had become that of God, his soul also went out of his body. The onlookers were thinking that he is feeling pain, how he is being killed, but he was in a state of bliss. People threw stones at him. The Guru could not throw stones out of fear, but he threw a flower at him. So Mansur looked at the Guru asking, You also want to kill me? His state was greater even than the Guru. The Guru was afraid of the king and he had reached such a great state that he had no fear of anyone. His life was so great that it is impossible to explain it in words. When you become fearless in life, your state becomes like God, no desire remains in you. When no desire remains, then you become fearless. A desireless person is the form of God. Those who became fearless had no desire, and when they became one with God, then so much patience comes into them, so much compassion comes that it is impossible to describe in words. Then their Kundalini power meets that supreme consciousness from the root chakra in a moment, and such a person comes into the state of samadhi or ecstasy in an instant. He does not even feel the torture given to him in his life, or in that state, he remains merged in God. And being merged in God, just as other people see his pain, he himself also sees his pains in the same way and thanks God that these people are playing with a dead body, cutting legs, cutting hands, cutting tongue. I am watching separately. When you become one with God, you become completely fearless, no fear remains. You know that no one can do anything to your soul. That is why Lord Krishna told Arjuna, You kill them, they are already dead, no one can kill their soul. There is no sin in killing the body. If you do not kill, they will die anyway. They have to leave the body because of their sins. You will not incur any sin because you cannot kill the soul at all. The meaning is that when you merge your soul with God while alive, come into the state of samadhi or ecstasy, then according to Lord Krishna, even if you are killing sinners, their soul becomes separate, so no sin comes upon you. If you are doing anything for a good cause, then there can be no suffering in your life. For a good cause, to save religion, 4 children were also martyred, the father was also martyred, so they felt no pain because they were doing it for religion. If Arjuna is killing enemies, he is killing for religion only, he is doing everything being with God. When you are with the Lord, your state is fearless, you cannot have any kind of suffering. Any calamity of the world will remain far from you, and in a great state you will see everything just as other people of the world are seeing. You will also see yourself the same way. When such a fearless state comes, then you do not bow before anyone in life, you walk on the path of truth. That truthfulness itself takes you to that great state. Only by being fearless can you walk on the path of truth. If you are not fearless, you cannot walk on the path of truth. So, being fearless is a very great state, it is a great gift of the Lord. We should all pray to the Lord that the Lord makes us fearless. If we are fearless, no wrong action will happen by us, the Lord will get only high deeds done by us. Even after our death the whole world will remember us. We will establish such an example before the whole world that the whole world walks on that path fearlessly. So being fearless is the state of being one with the Lord. It is our prayer that the Lord makes us all fearless. May we spend life absorbed in the Lord. Thank you.